If Fatih is after the Light Force, he won't stop until he's drained Zelda. I doubt she will be able to survive the extraction process. Link, we must hurry to the roof of Hyrule Castle. Get used to that, because that's the last thing Eslo will ever say when you start up the game. Hello folks, Everchanger here, and welcome back to more of the Legend of Zelda the Minish Cap. Last time we made our way into Hyrule Castle and infused our blade, and it became the Four Sword. But unfortunately, we discovered that Princess Zelda holds the Light Force, and Fatih took swift action in order to obtain it. So what are we doing this episode as responsible young heroes? We're going around the world and doing basically absolutely everything left that is not rescuing Zelda. And the first thing we want to do is come over here into the school, and we can come right on down here through this Minish portal, and we have this little path. We want to come down this path because it has something very important for us that was not available until after we obtained the Four Sword, which is why we're doing it now. Got a chest right here, red kinstone piece, probably from a kinstone fusion, odds are. We have this huge, well, tiny, but huge to us, boulder. We need to be 4 copies in order to move it, and behind it is a piece of heart. Now we have 2 pieces, collect 2 more to increase your life energy. And there's also a lot of chests hiding back here. We got 1, and we got 2, and we got a 3. Now, if you're doing this in basically the order I'm doing it in, that's probably going to be pretty useless to you because we only have 3 kinstone fusions left, and we are doing all of them in this video, so get excited for that. But anyway, coming right on back over here, there's a second exit from this room. Right on over this way. This isn't required by any means, but I figured this chest has been taunting us the whole adventure, might as well open it. And what's it going to be? It is going to be a kinstone piece. These mystic stones are said to bring happiness. Super duper awesome. Now that we've done that, I want to head right on over to Hyrule Field, so I'll meet you guys right over there. Right over here in South Hyrule Field, you want to go see Tingle. Not required by any means, but I figured I might as well show this. If we talk to him, that's twice we've fused our kinstones perfectly so far. Say, I wonder if this will make me into a real and true fairy. It will, right? You wouldn't lie to me now. Tingle, Tingle, Kulu, Limpa! I can't wait to be a fairy. Talk to him again. Just a wee bit more, Mr. Fairy. That's right, you only have 3 to go. Just a wee tiny bit and you'll have fused every last kinstone there is. That's pretty important. Tingle will actually tell you exactly how many kinstone fusions you need to do, which is pretty awesome. Alright, where are we actually? Alright, this part of Hyrule is a little bit confusing to me, but yes, we have 3 kinstone fusions left. Just nice to have why am I keep saying that? Tingle keep reaffirming that for us. But if we come over here, we actually have a kinstone fusion that we could not do until we obtained the Four Sword. Come back into the Goron Cave, and one of these guys, which one is it? This one. You want to fuse with this Goron, because once you do, yawn! What a nap! This thing that you totally thought was a weird big top setup right behind Vale Falls? No siree. This is Big Goron. They fit perfectly, so that's good. Oddly enough, that's probably one of the only kinstone fusions in the game that isn't story required, that doesn't have a little map icon telling you exactly where that happened, but I would hope you know where that happened because it was a pretty important focal point in our adventure. Anyway, our next stop is going to be the Minish Woods, more specifically the Minish Village, so let's head right on over there. Right over here in the Minish Village, you might remember that one spot way up here in the northeast corner, not this way. Always get a little bit discombobulated when I'm in this place. But anyway, right on up here, you might recognize this as the place where we found one of the very early pieces of heart in our adventure. And now, we can actually swim across this little pond here. This was not important until now, because you wouldn't be able to do this until you obtained the Four Sword. In here, we have a very secluded Minish. We want to fuse with him. This is fusion number 99, guys. How crazy is that? Complete this fusion, and it will create a platform in front of this Molmitz cave over in the Vale Falls. This would be a very important fusion if it weren't for the fact that there is a much, much more important fusion if you leave and come back. This is the last Kinstone fusion. Ready, set, go. They fit perfectly. I wonder, does that mean we're in for good luck? Well, those of you hawk-eyed viewers that took a good look at that little information scroll for Kinstone Fusion number 100, you'll be like, nah, there's no way. There's absolutely no way that's what you get. That is what you get, and we're going to be going to get it very, very soon. But anyway, before we leave off here, I just want to show off, two episodes ago, the Swordsman newsletter mentioned that you could do the roll attack with the sword at the beginning of the roll. Might as well try and demonstrate that for you now. As you can tell, it is very, very picky in terms of the timing, so you have to be really, really good at it, but I figured I might as well show it just to prove it is possible. Anyway, now to Vale Falls. Right over here in Vale Falls, we can swim right on over to this little alcove that was spawned in, dig on in here, and we have yet another Molmitz cave. Dig way the heck back here, and you get a piece of heart. Now we have 3. Collect just one more to increase your life energy. Now, I suppose if we're super technically speaking, we could go get the last piece of heart now. Unfortunately, I am given to believe that it's actually not quite intended to be obtained in that way. I believe the intended way to get it is actually to wait until the post game. Yes, there is a post game in this game. So we're actually going to be waiting for that portion. Now, it would appear that there is another portion of that digging cave, and I think I'm just going to go cover that now because I don't think we're going to have any other opportunity to do it. Through the other entrance to Vale Falls here, there is this little area right on over here that I don't think I ever actually showed off, which is a little bit odd. You can swim right across here. Expect a lot of rupee likes here, so be very, very, very careful. Some of this money is legit, some of it is not. But anyway, dig in here, and this is the other half of that cave. Gonna want to dig right on in here. Nothing on the walls to fuse with, so don't have to worry about that. And we get 50 rupees and 50 mysterious shells, which is super awesome. Now that we have done that, we are going to be heading right on over to Lake Hylia, because there is something really good that we want to get there, so let's go get it. Arriving here in Lake Hylia, you want to instantly go over here and shrink down. I recommend the Rocks Cave for what we're going to be doing next, because there is this very, very long tunnel right here. You want to be really, really careful in this area, because there's a lot of stuff that wants to mess you up, like these spikes and those spikes. Just a lot of spikes. But anyway, coming right on through here, that'll put us right here in the middle. Never been to this area before, pretty awesome. Head inside, and you'll notice that Librari is here. The reason he is here is because now that Dark Hyrule Castle has been created by Vati, the library is now closed. That one treasure chest that you had to get with the lantern after the Temple of Droplets, you can't get that anymore, so let's hope you got it. Not required, but hey, worth mentioning. Let's talk to him. Hey, how'd you find me, kid? You're a real humdinger. So, since you found me, I'm going to give you my #1 treasure. And keep up the good work. He gives us a full heart container. Yeah, how crazy is that? We now have 19 hearts and 3/4 of a full heart container. pretty insane stuff. This is basically our life situation when we're going to be fighting Vati, so we're definitely going to want to come and get that because it is quite important. Ooh, no, no, no. Aw. But anyway, now that we have gotten that... Ow. This is what I get for looking at my note sheet, not at the screen. Now that we've done that, we want to go back and see Tingle, because now that we have 0 Kinstone fusions remaining, I think he's going to be very interested in that bit of information. So, let's return to normal size here first off, and pull out our Ocarina of Wind, and go visit Tingle one final time. Here in South Hyrule Field, you're going to want to pull out your Cane of Peki, because we're going to go visit Tingle for the last time in the Let's Play. Let's talk to him. That's twice we've fused our Kinstones perfectly so far. So he's going to repeat his spiel from earlier, but if you talk to him again... You fused each and every last Kinstone! Way to go, Mr. Fairy! You can claim this Tingle Trophy as your own with pride now. And we get the Tingle Trophy. If you go into your menu screen now, you will see that the Kinstone bag has been replaced with the Tingle Trophy. If you press A, you can still check on all your Kinstones, but they are completely useless to you because there are no more Kinstones to fuse. So now that we've got that Tingle Trophy, it's time for the main meat of this video. You see all these icons skewed all over our map? Yeah, those are rewards from Kinstone fusions that we never actually went and got. So what we're going to do for the remainder of this video is we're going to go find every single one of them. Prepare for a lot of cuts because we're going places, baby. First off, down here on Mount Cornell, south of the Warp Point, we have one of these golden Tektites, and he is kicking my butt. Slash him enough times, and eventually he will die. Man, this guy hurts. These guys are crazy. And eventually he will die and drop 200 rupees. That's some real good stuff. Way up here on the eastern summit of Mount Cornell, there is a treasure chest that spawned right on over here. Open it up and you get a blue Kinstone piece. Very nice. Right on over here in the Minish path leading to Malari's mines, we have a treasure chest. Inside, 200 mysterious shells. Very, very helpful. Right over here on the west side of Mount Cornell's base, ow, ow, man, I'd like to survive to the end of this video. Treasure chest inside, 200 rupees. Very good. Here in Castor Wilds, heading south from that Minish portal across that one lily pad, there is actually another lily pad that we never actually rode. Pretty sure I said actually too many times in that sentence. Anyway, we have this lily pad right here that we never actually traversed. So let's hop on it and come right across here, and we get a little bit of a Minish crack. Inside, ow, is a free treasure chest containing a red Kinstone piece. Useless to you now, but oh well, maybe you'll find more use to it than me. This ought to be interesting. Right up here, in this little north-central part of the map, we have a golden rope. Can I even get up here? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Okay. We want to take this guy out, even though his positioning is pretty cheap for us. Once you take him out, you get 100 rupees. Very good. Right over here in the Wind Ruins, where the 4 pillars are, there's a chest. Inside is 200 more mysterious shells. You're definitely going to want to stock up on these and use them once your inventory is full. Just north of that area is a Minish crack that we spawned with a fusion earlier in the Let's Play. Inside this treasure chest is another red Kinstone piece. Very nice. Down here we have a golden Octorok in the Wind Ruins. Take this guy out. I really feel that this is the easiest golden monster to kill. 100 more rupees. Super duper awesome. Up here in the graveyard in the Royal Valley, we have the western chest with a red Kinstone piece, which is super awesome. And over here we have the eastern chest with another red Kinstone piece. Very good. Here in the Trilby Highlands we have this chest. Another red Kinstone piece. Very good. And right across the water here in the Trilby Highlands we have a little diggy cave that we apparently never entered. We have a chest with a red kinstone piece inside, which is very good. Let's just dig right on through here. What's this? Slash through him. I'm pretty sure there's nothing back here. Down here we have... oh, a fairy fountain. This is actually quite welcomed in my state. Right over here in the awesome field of grindy grass, we have this little cavern with a bunch of money in it. I believe 75 rupees? Sounds about right. Way down here in the south of the Western Wood, we have this beanstalk. I believe this is the only beanstalk in the whole game that doesn't have a requirement for 100% completion at the top of it, like a heart piece or anything. I think it's just money and treasure. So let's grab this huge amount of money. Is that going to fill our wallet? No, but it came close. And inside, red kinstone piece. Very good. There's nothing for us to get in the castle garden, so over here in North Hyrule Field we have this chest. 200 more mysterious shells. Man, we're not going to be hurting for these things, I tell ya. Here in Hyrule Town there are a couple of kinstone fusions, and I believe that to get their icons off the map you actually have to patronize the person that it spawned. So even though this guy is completely useless to us, we pretty much have to buy a kinstone from him in order to get his icon to disappear, as far as I'm aware. So we're going to buy that kinstone. Thank you, Goro. Come back anytime and buy the rest. Am I correct about this? Yes, his icon is now gone. Awesome. Right over here we have that waterfall that we opened up. Inside is a treasure chest with 200 more mysterious shells in it. Is our inventory full on these? Yes, it is. Luckily, I only have 7 more figurines to get, so I will definitely not need any more of these things than I already have. Right over here, where the ghost used to be, you can now get into the chicken coop. There are a lot of chicks in here, and they will hurt you if they touch you, and they will pretty much bum rush you. So run right on through here, and there's absolutely nothing. The reason for that is there was a chick on top of this house prior to the creation of Dark Hyrule Castle. Chick would not give you anything, but if you had not done a random fusion, it might have had one. Completely random. Probably one of the more pointless fusions in the game. Our next icon is showing over in front of Nehru's house. Now, I explained what the charms that this person gives you actually do, but I think to actually get the icon to disappear on the map, you actually have to get a charm. So we now have Nehru's charm. Your guard will be strengthened for a while. So that's pretty awesome. Now, I believe there's actually a glitch involving these things. I think what we want to do is get out our charm and pour it, and we are now blue. Our defense is pretty much doubled, I think. If we come in here, I think something weird is supposed to happen. Maybe you have to actually use it inside. Am I correct about that? Let's change back, see what happens. No, I think we have to use the charm inside, but I will show this off. We have one more charm to get. Right on up here, we have Din's house. If you talk to her, she will also give you a charm. Din's charm will double, I believe, your strength. Now, if you had opted to give Faeror a house, if you were to use Faeror's charm, which appears green in your bottle, of course, your tunic would actually appear purple since you're green normally, and it would basically boost your attack and defense, but not as much as either of the individual charms. But anyway, let's come here. Let's try using it now. Yeah, see, now we're this weird glitchy orange color, and Link looks basically like Satan. I mean, look at him. His face is gray, his eyes are orange. How creepy is that? I don't know what it is about this one cafe room in the whole game, but it really messes up the guy. If we were to simply shrink and return, you'll see what the tunic is supposed to look like. There's nothing for us in South Hyrule Field, so instead we're going to come right on over here to Vale Falls. Luckily we still have this charm active, so we can take out this guy, this super gold Tektite, no problem. Ow. And right over here we have a chest with a blue kinstone piece in it as well. Oh, my charm just wore off. Anyway, there's nothing for us in Long Long Ranch, the Eastern Hills, or the Cloud Top, so instead we're coming here to Lake Hylia for this one last Molemit's Cave. Really, really small, really bad voice crack. Inside we have a chest with 50 rupees. Not the greatest reward ever, but hey, it's something. Right over here in the Minish Woods, we have a chest with a blue Kinstone piece in it, which is super awesome. Right over here by the Deepwood Shrine, we have this chest with a red Kinstone piece inside, which is pretty awesome. And the one final icon on our map is this tree, which we have been in before, but as with the charms, I believe we actually have to patronize this shop in order to get the icon to disappear. So we're going to buy his ridiculously overpriced Kinstone piece. It's not even blue or red, it's green. Man, what a ripoff. And that should be every single fusion icon. There is one more thing though. The Vale Falls map is actually updated to have Big Goron on it, but we can't actually do what he actually has for us. There I am with actually again. We can't do what he has for us until after we've beaten the game. But there is one real quick final thing I want to cover. I believe this Diggy Cave right here, we've never had any reason to go in here. And there is nothing required about this area at all. But we've never actually been in here, and there's a couple of treasure chests in here if you can survive with your shield intact. We have a blue Kinstone piece and 50 rupees. And I believe that's pretty much every single thing I know of, at least, in the entire world of The Legend of Zelda the Minish Cap, aside from the aforementioned things that we have to do in the after game. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. Odds are, if I did, it's super, super, super minor. But yes, I think this is probably about as complete as I want it, so I think we're going to end things off here. This past episode, we adventured all around the world and did pretty much every last single minute thing in the entire game. Aside from the aftergame, of course. And next time on The Legend of Zelda the Minish Cap, we are going to be returning to Dark Hyrule Castle and hopefully retrieving Princess Zelda from the clutches of the evil Vati. I will see you guys next time.